Okay, we're going to work our way all the way back to this number and this line here by the time we're done. Okay? Starting from the beginning, I watched Bill's video today, and and I was going to add something as well to the AP, being that this is the public announcement system for what everybody chooses to believe, and then going through. I haven't gotten to the Q and the B line right now, but I have gone through this. The white with gray stripes is and so I'm going to say white with gray stripes, and also the one black or 1 0 1 0. All right, so we'll just say that. So moving along, if you want to find a wire that's a white wire with gray stripes, you're going to be building a SCSI cable, and that would be the pair number that would be your fifth pair. So you need the positive negative return. So you're going to say white gray white stripe, and that relates to 5, the number 5, or the fifth numbering pair in the SCSI 2, which is I'll get to that. It's a connection device. It's how the host talks to all the other peripheral devices. It instigates the program. It is how all the other peripherals either function or return their work. Let's say if it's a CD drive, it spins up, it reads the CD, and then it sends the information down the cable, okay, to the host. So the processor can let the computer screen know what to either show or to what sound to play. All right. So then we look at the SCSI definition, and you can see that it's entering the queue. It's the way into the system, okay? Or it's a way into any system. Um, this I'm speaking on the highest level here. I'm not speaking about all the ins and outs of how this works in real life. But this right here tells you the full story. This is how the system is impregnated with the information that you choose to believe. Let's keep going. On all these videos, it would be helpful if you went to full resolution, either 720p or the 1080p, and watched it full screen. Otherwise, really, it's a waste of your time. Okay, if you plan to do a bunch of other bullshit at the same time and not pay attention. But anyways, let's keep going. You see how everybody involved here, you know, whether unless don't get fucking smart with me either. It's a it's a bifocal system, so you're going to have 2 eyes, and that's going to be your V0 entry point. Your left eye, your right eye. This, as you can tell, the system is broken. This woman is actually in purple. This guy is your blue. So you have your blue, your red, you have your Roman Caesar's crown, which goes on whoever's up here, doesn't matter. They are kings of the earth. All of these folks are kings of the earth. They have taken time, and you can see that they've bound it. These are machines. You need to lay them on their side, and they'll rotate. They're wheels. They've been stopped. The real center pillar has been covered by the seal of Saturn. You can see that. Draped behind a flag that you worship, under a god that is, in fact, Lucifer, the light devil, Saturn, Satan, the time being. Under the all-seeing eye of the Grand Master Timekeeper. And if this doesn't tell you everything, then you haven't been paying attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you see how the 7th one forms into the power? We'll go from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so how does your 2 eyes play into it? This is your eyes right here. If you did not look into the system, you would see just this. You would see just what's real around you, real things happening. You would have nothing affecting you unless it's actually real in your life. but you look into the news or the radio, the newspaper, magazines, anything written by the system, you will look in either with your left eye or your right eye, or both if you're really freaking blind. The people who look in with just one eye are the ones who think they're awake. So they're awake in one eye, but yet they still see all this crap. So they're not really awake, they're just confused. So you look in and you'll see that these are numbered. Let's start over on this right side. All right, hold on. You can notice here that the center pillar, of course, this is always the same story, has been bypassed. You are the center pillar, okay? You understand that? So that you choose to be broken by what you do by climbing this ladder of success to the black hole sun, or to, in other words, just the deception through, this is your color chart. Do you see that? So anything on this side, which would be 11, 11, 12, 21, 13, 31, 14, 41, 15, 51, is going to be this side, or what is called the love side. As you can see, it's been replaced with red with the purple. All right, and the one ring tone to rule them all, being from Saturn, or Satan, or the timekeeper, or the devil, or the Lucifer, or the enlightened being, or the fire djinn, whatever you want to say. It don't matter, it's all the same. In the middle would be your red plus your blue colors. All right, so that means that it's going to be 26 children died while a big fat hairy ape man, ate a fudgesicle while they shot him in the neck. See? So you kind of get like the scary guy, you get like the kids died, and then you got like the oddity, and then you get the law enforcement. You see, so at some point the story, you get this, it mixes with this, and then they kind of, all the junk they add in is kind of in this middle area, and this gives you the 10 or the 01, the 9 or the 6. They can be flipped, right? The 8 or the 88, the 7 or the 77, the 6 or the 66 or the 69 or the 96. This would be the 1, 1, 2, 2, 3 or 33, 4 or 44, 5 or 55. That would be your 22 as well. This would be your 11, 11 or your 21, 21. All right? 13, 31, 14, 41, and 51, 15, which is just the opposite of these. These will be emotional triggers on this side of the cube, because there's always going to be a backside to everything. This will be the law enforcement side, or the penalty side. And each one of your eyes, being that you have two sides of your brain, will calculate this, and then you will react accordingly. Do you notice how this is a circular motion? So if I take these, this would be the top, I bend it up, I place one here, put it down, put one here, and then all of a sudden you have this. Hold on. You have your two deception machines, or both your side, your loving side and your law-abiding side, are bound up by, you're bound in by the deception that you've chosen. So that's basically the end of this. This goes into then more talking about signaling. And differential signaling means this: if I transmit information down the line, there's got to be a receiver that can understand it. So if you have a source, then you have noise, and then here would be your input pulse. Do you see how it created a symbol, or a recognizable symbol to go in, and then the output pulse? All right. Think this is a subcontractor. All right. The source would be the money man. The input's the information. Depending on how this does its job, it outputs something. All right. What else? Real quick. That's about it. It's important now. So if you go through and you re-watch this video I did about the prison is your mind, it's important to go down and actually look at, when I get into showing you the actual, let's stop this at a spot. First off, notice this here, from this point to this point to this point to this point to this point. That's a screen in there. That's on top. Below that, you see that from this point, this point, this point, these 2 points, you see that there's a star made, a 5-pointed star. You see that, the Star of David? If you, let's keep going. All right. That's your star turned sideways. This is your eyeball. Going back to this, if you look, if you put your eyes up to this thing to look in, that's your eyeball, all right? And then you will be shown, when you look in, it's like a kaleidoscope. These points are, that means it's full of stars. It's full of wonder. All right, let's keep going. I want to show you down, farther down the road, where all these things that you think are mysteries show up all of a sudden inside this box. Notice back here, this is going to be always keeping. Notice your points. So point 1, 2, 3. That builds your pyramid in the back, and it goes to the back there. You see that's your tetrahedron. But within that, you're going to see, just by connecting lines, that will make the so-called pyramid, and all this. You notice how we're getting closer to that shape already? Do you see that? And then once we connect these lines, that'll look like your king and queen's chamber. It's always code right in front of you. Do you see the Star Trek symbol from here to here to here? The long, elongated tetrahedron that goes up here to the point. That's your Star Trek badge. It's all in there. Okay, here's your pyramid back here, and we're getting closer to showing the actual king and queen's chamber right in the drawing. Now you see it now? It's all math. So you'd be able to lay your pyramid over this, draw your lines to the connection, and you can see it's all going to fit within this projection that you choose to believe. And all of these, if you want to go farther into this, break down your news story, and you'll be able to see the percentage of law versus the love, and then you'll see the squishy middle. Do you see that? Yeah, that's about it for now, without getting too deep into it. All right, talk to you soon.